Hello YouTube, thought I'd do a quick video here. As you know, I've done a couple videos on it. I'm trying to modify my Retevis RT97 GMRS 2A rated repeater. I'm trying to add on a DB9 connector so I can do a direct connection to the internet. And so I'm trying to figure out how to add that. When I got my repeater, I was not aware they do sell a Retevis RT97S. That one does have the DB9 connector on it. I did not know that till months later. So I'm trying to make mine, convert mine into that. And I'm close. I did a video, I don't know, a month or two ago saying I'm so close or something. I can't remember the title of it. How I had everything I thought figured out, but I just could not get the transmit. And the other day here, I was kind of thinking and trying to brainstorm what is going on. And if you remember right, when I was doing this, let's go to the camera here. I soldered on, as you can see here, two wires. One was squelch line and one was the TX line, or the transmit line. And the squelch line seemed to work, but the transmit line did not. And if you look here, you don't see any traces coming off the board like you see here. So that tells me maybe that pin's not being used. So, and that's pins 26 and 27. Okay. This is the dot here. Pin 1's here. And this is going to be 25, 26, 27. So if you look on the schematic here, 25 with no wires on there, 26, 27. I believe 26 is the squelch line. Yeah, squelch line. And that seems to work. But pin 27, the transmit line, when I applied 5 volts, it didn't do nothing at all. It didn't work. So that pin must not be used. So I'm trying to think here. I remember seeing a diagram that kind of had the same type of, it had the same chip in there, but I couldn't put my thumb on it. Then the other night, the light bulb came on. I think the configuration of this chip and how it's in the Retevis repeater is exactly the same as the baofeng 5 UVR. And I'll post a link to the schematic to baofeng here too. The reason why I say that, because look at this. Look what pin is actually being used. The squelch pin. Well, that makes sense. That's the only pin that works. What if you do a direct wire connection? These other pins are not being used. Well, that's exactly the same way as on my repeater. So I think they got this. Let's zoom out. They're using this chip as the same configuration in the Retevis repeater. Now, yes, you know, this is going to show a little differently because they have microphones jacks on the baofeng handheld. But I believe this is the same configuration that they're doing. Now I'm going to do some more testing to verify this. But if that's the case, then it would explain why when I soldered. Let's zoom in. It would explain why when I soldered that wire on the transmit and nothing happened. Like I said, squelch worked. In that one video I showed you, I hooked a meter up to it, and squelch had a voltage coming out. So definitely, I think they have this chip configured the same way. So now I got to figure out, and I think what it is, if you go here, let's see if we can do it without messing this up. This is the chip, and then they got it going. They have a PTT line, and that line goes to the microphone jack. This is the microphone condenser right there. So this is the line, which is PTT, or an address 1NT1. So it looks like to me that's going to go down, and it's going to go over. Usually when they do this, they do this because they don't want to mess up the schematic with all these lines. So they'll have it one common line, and then you got to find where it goes to. Like this is P7, P71/, INT 1. So now we got to find where that goes to, and oh, went too far. I believe it goes to down here. It looks like it goes to this chip, which is right here. Yep, right there. Goes the what is that? P71 INT1 must be an address. So maybe if that goes high, it puts it into a transmit mode. I got to find out. It looks like it's a 44 pin chip. So I got to see if Retevis has one like that. I got to get a number off it to see if I could get a data sheet. Obviously, they don't tell me a number here. They just say MCU, which is probably like a microprocessor with the address lines. So I got to see on the Retevis if I can find that 44 pin chip. Let's go back here. So I'm wondering if it's going to be one of these chips. I'm going to have to do some really digging. It might be on the other side of the board. That don't look like to be a 44 pin chip. So I don't think that's going to be it. I don't think this other one too. That don't look like a 44 pin either. I'll bet you it's on the other side of that board. It's probably going to be, might even be the, yeah, that don't let that be. I'd have to count the pins on that. I don't think that's going to be a 44 pin chip. Let's see if we can kind of get that better. It might be on the other side of the board here. It might be on, it might be this chip. I'd have to do, like I say, I got to do some digging. It might be this one right here. Let's see if we can get that. Might be this chip. Let's see if we can get that in the holder here better. Might be this guy. This is on the other side of the board. Right there. Might be him. Might be that one. I'll have to do some checking. Hope I can get a number off that chip to verify. Because I got to figure out. Obviously the dot is pin 1. So we know that's pin 1 right there. With the dot there. This might be the chip. This might be the 44 pin chip. I'll have to count the pins to see. I'll bet it is. Looks like we got 11 pins on one side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at that. I'll bet you this is the chip. And then we go on the other side. There's pin 1. That blue wire is going to drive me crazy. We got to move that blue wire out of there. Hopefully. Oh, well, kind of. That's what happens when you do a live video. Well, not live per se, but live. There. That's better. Let's see if we can. Now, let's look at that. That looks like that's going to be probably it. The dot here. Let's get my marker out. The dot here is pin 1. So that's going to be pin 1 right here. That's the side. It's notched here too. But it looks like if we count this, 1, 2, must be 11 on this side too. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'll bet you this is the chip. So, if I go by this schematic, it looks like it's going to be pins, or the transmit pin's going to be, what is that? 38, 34, 35, 36, 37. Looks like 38. 38, 39, no, 40. It's like pin 40 would be the P71. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, fourth pin down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be this pin right here. from what it looks like. Let's get a marker on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be this pin right here. So what I could do, I could solder, although it looks like there's not even a trace going there too. But that don't mean nothing. It could be a trace. It could be a double-sided board. I don't see traces going here, so that bothers me. Or it could be, well, it could be a trace going back underneath. Well, either way, if this is the pin, one way to find out is to solder a wire on there, hook it to a voltmeter, put it on volts, and key up the repeater and see if I get voltage. And if I do, only when the repeater is being keyed up, then that will tell me it's probably that controller pin that does that. But again, I don't see tracing here, so I'm kind of not really sure. I'm going to have to do some checking on that. But that's, like I say, we'll do some more digging. But I just kind of want to give you an update what's going on with the repeater, or the Retevis repeater modification. So I just kind of like let you all know what's going on there. Once I do some more digging, if I find something, I'll post another video. I will make it. I'll let you guys know. I did try to, and it just kills me looking at this screen here with this, because this picture here of the microscope, digital microscope, is definitely does not do its justice. It looks so much better in the 32-inch. And I come to the conclusion, I think it's I nailed it down. I switched monitors. I hooked the computer up to the 32-inch monitor. I'm trying to pinpoint why is my picture look horrible on the computer here, but looks great. Looks really good on my 32-inch. Well, it's my stupid capture card. I'm losing something, so I might have to try another capture card. I don't know what I'm going to do. What I mean by capture card, I'm running a USB to HDMI capture card, so I can feed the HDMI from the microscope to the computer, and I must be losing some resolution there, because, man, if you could see the picture on my 32-inch, you'd be like, wow. Definitely. I don't know. Well, anyway. So, anyway, I'll post you some more updates on this, but that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I think it's the same configuration. Kind of makes sense. We'll do some more digging, but I just want to do this update video to let you guys know what's going on. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you, and have a good day.